The man who loves walking will walk further than the man who loves the destination. When you love the journey, the goals just happen. You hit milestones as a side effect, because it doesn't matter. At that point, I don't care if I can lift this much weight or run this fast. I mean, that's cool, but I don't love it as much as I love the journey. I love the journey. What does the journey consist of? Sucking at something, failing, getting better, learning, start it over, do it again. When you fall in love with the journey, everything else takes care of itself.
For you to stop ignoring what your soul is telling you, what your soul is speaking to you. There's something called discernment, right? We say the Holy Spirit, we say intuition, whatever it is that you want to call it. Your soul is speaking to you. Your soul is telling you that they ain't right. Your soul is telling you that they ain't it. But what we do a lot of times is we ignore when our soul is telling us that they ain't right. Because why? We allow so much of our voice to control our life. And every time in my life where I ignored what my soul was telling me, when I ignored my discernment was helping me, should have helped me decide, when my intuition was screaming at me and I ignored it, I put myself in positions to break my own heart.
Pretend there's a documentary crew filming your success story and they're following you around right now. What would you do? What would you do if you knew that there was a crew following you around with cameras documenting your future incredible success? And they want to catch you in the act of it all. You would do all the right things you would have to do. Think about that, organize it.
What you want is the opportunity to prove that if no one else has your back, if it's you and God against the world, you'd still win. Because he can count on you because you want it bad enough. You know that there is something on the inside of you that if only it can be seen, if only it can be uncovered, somebody would see it and say, I realized I needed what was in you. That's why you're rare.
Fear is the most subtle and destructive of all human diseases. Ladies and gentlemen, fear kills dreams. Fear kills hope. Fear put people in the hospital. Fear can age you. Fear, ladies and gentlemen, can hold you back from doing something that you know within yourself that you're capable of doing, but it will paralyze you.
But I can't want it more than you. And so many people just want it the easy way. I'm sorry, man. It's not. So what they start to do is they build this narrative of it's okay. When the narrative should be, you need to fucking work harder. You need to fucking discipline your mind better. We need to help people more than just saying it's okay. It's okay that you're not willing to help yourself out. That's not okay. It's not okay. It's not acceptable. Even though it's your life, if that's acceptable, that's unacceptable. And there's a lot of people in this world, me included, that if I accepted that, I wouldn't be anywhere. The ultimate get out of jail free card. And now the world is set up to have so many get out of jail free cards. Everything is okay.
You don't need to be them. You need to be you. And at the end of your life, when your family's gathered around you, they're going to look at you and thank you for all that you contributed to the family, for the standard that you raised, for you breaking the generation curses that were before you. Those are your responsibilities, but you can never get there if you're not willing to put in that work. Victory is possible for you at all times. You only lose when you quit.
Here's the deal. If you get to the top of the tree, all the fruit from the bottom of the top is going to be there, son. So I don't need you focusing on cars and money and stuff. You're going to get that. I need you to focus on why you were born in the first place. Why are you here on earth for this particular time? What are you doing here?
Once you've had enough disappointment, sometimes your brain doesn't want to get disappointed, so it's a permanent problem.
No problem is permanent. Only your soul is permanent. Every problem can be solved. Pandemics are not forever. Winter is never forever. War is not forever. Nothing's forever. Everything changes. Everything eventually ends and something new begins. That's part of life. Those are the seasons of life. But when you start believing the problem's permanent, it is, because it's self-fulfilling.
As you begin to look at your dreams and look at your goals, write this down. Make know your vitamin. See, most people stop short of their dreams and park and get off the highway of life because of the rejections of life. You will always be rejected. It's no big deal. No, it's just, to me, make know your vitamin. Get excited about the no. Why? Because every time someone says no, that brings you another step to a yes.
Life is the most brutal endurance sport of all time. And that's what we have to love about it. We have to flip it on its head and love the fact that life continues to attack us. There are no fucking timeouts. We are all very fragile in this world. We have to know that when we die with some meaning and some purpose in this world.
Turn that fear of failure into fuel, and then add to your fear a battle with faith, so that when faith shows up, fear is present. When fear is present, faith shows up. And when you look at the two, you will realize that it only takes faith the size of a mustard seed to move a mountain. But fear has to give way to faith. And if you're going to believe in something, bet on you. Bet on what's inside of you. Bet on who made you. Bet on the things that have been given to you, because victory is still possible for you.
Sometimes when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried, but actually, you've been planted.
Because there is a story being written about you, whether you realize it or not. It's in the cliff notes of your life, of every moment that you're going through and feeling like you're all alone. You're someone to everyone. You have purpose, you have value, you have meaning. We do not want you to walk away without realizing that you are needed, you are wanted.
The masters make the hardest things in the world look easiest, and in the moments where you push yourself, when no one else is around, those moments have a tendency to lead to success.
If you don't like how it is for you, change it. If it doesn't suit you, change it. If it doesn't please you, change it. If it isn't enough, change it. And I challenge you to do that because you can change. See, you don't ever have to be the same again after tonight, only by choice.
The things that you are dealing with, the book that is being written about your life will set so many others free that you cannot quit.
Once you begin to discover who you are, then you'll really realize how you have been given authority and dominion over everything on the face of the earth, including all the dimensions of your life. But you can only do that through the struggle of life. And most people avoid the struggle. Most people go through life avoiding pain. And when you go through life like that, something in you dies. Something in you that you never activate is lying dormant in there, that you never get a chance to call on because you have not challenged yourself. Somebody said, the land of familiarity belongs to the dead.
I live for today, and I don't care what happened yesterday. I live in the moment because that's the only thing we have in our lives are moments. Moments in time. And as soon as I've gone out that door, we can never reverse back and play it again. Because it's real life, it's not a dress rehearsal. So I don't really care what happens 5 minutes ago. I'm just going to keep going today and living today and enjoying myself because I know what God gives, God can take away in the flash of a second.
You got to get up, you got to rise. We need you. You got to believe when no one else believes in you that God has a purpose and a plan, and that today is a blessing. And the fact that you are in it, you are part of that blessing. Not the day, you are the blessing. The fact that you are up is the blessing. The fact that you are available is the blessing. And what's available inside of you is a pathway for others of how to overcome. I promise you this. If you can just begin to put one foot in front of the other, taking a step out of your dark moments and walk into the light of your purpose, you will find that you have journeyed 1,000 miles past what anyone thought possible for you.
That most people like to feel like they're king in the area of their comfort zone. They only want to do those things that they know how to do well. Osborne said, unless you attempt to do something beyond that which you've already mastered, you will never grow. So if you want to begin to grow, you've got to put something out here that you can't reach easily, that has got to make you stretch, got to make you jump for it, got to make you get back a little bit and dig in so that you can take a leap for it. And maybe you jump up there and you miss it and you skin your knees and you come back again and you bust your lip next time. But you keep on, and through that process, you learn how to leap higher. You start challenging yourself to dig deeper, and then you discover some things about you that you don't know right now. Some talents that you have in you that you didn't know that you can do.
Self-confidence is really someone who keeps promises of themselves, because self-confidence is really like your reputation with yourself. If you've got a great reputation with yourself and you know you can trust you, you're not so concerned about your reputation and what other people think about you. So if you're always worried about what people think about you, it's because you really don't think great about yourself. And you don't think great about yourself because you lack self-confidence. And you lack self-confidence because you keep not keeping the promises you make to yourself.
Getting better is a campaign. It's a campaign. It's a daily, a weekly, it's an hourly fight. An incessant fight that doesn't stop against weakness and against temptation and against laziness. It's a campaign of discipline. It's a campaign of hard work and dedication. It's waking up early and going to bed late and grinding out every second in between. Every single day. So, you want to get better? You want to self-improve? Stop looking for a shortcut and go find your alarm clock.
I will try 100 times to get up, and if I fail 100 times, if I fail and I give up, do you think that I'm ever going to get up? No. But if I fail, I try again and again and again. For as long as I try, there's always that chance of getting up. And it's not the end until you've given up.
No matter what's going on in your life, it's not permanent. Everything is going to change.
Your mind has to be stronger than your feelings. Think about every poor decision you've made in your life. There was more emotion that was involved in it than there was mine. Every single one of them. Think about it. Your feelings keep you in bed. Your mind tells you, get up.
Keep coming forward. No matter what happens, keep coming. Because if you keep coming, you will find that you will be in a blessed place. You will be in a better place. And you will be able to turn around and there'll be an audience waiting to hear your voice. And you will be the pathway for them finding theirs. The man in the mirror is the one man you must be honest to, because he knows the truth. He knows whether or not you've given your all, whether you're giving 100% of your effort day in and day out. He knows when you've cut corners and when you've lied. You can be sincere, you can be honest, because the man in the mirror already knows the truth. You see, the man in the mirror isn't your father. It's not your mom. It's not your wife. It's not that person that you must have deal with a judgment and then try to pass it. You see, the person that is really going to give a verdict that really counts is on the other side of that glass.
Losing in life is so important, whether it's getting dumped, getting fired, losing a game. Those feelings where things didn't work out your way, that's important because it lets you know this is the bad feeling that comes when it goes wrong and you improve, and then it makes the good feelings of victory all the better.
Understand this truth. For one, we all know, like, time ain't guaranteed. And some of us, it's okay if you're starting over, okay? I get it. But some of us, we're gonna continue to start over, continue to make the same goals, continue to say the same things, continue to say, oh, this is my year, continue to say it every single year. Some of us have been saying this is our year for the last 10 years, and we went back to the same habits and routines because our brains are programmed to find what's familiar. If you make a true commitment and choice today, okay, then it will change your life forever. January 1st, 2023, it is coming, okay? That is inevitable. January 1st is coming, it's inevitable. But who you are when you show up to January 1st is optional.
Where is the opening for you? There's room for you out here. Out here in the arena called life, there's room for you to come out and live your dream. Don't allow but to keep you in the corner, or keep you up in the bleachers, looking at life, being a spectator, not being a participant, making a difference in life. I believe that all of us came here with something. All of us showed up to give something, and that nobody's going to give that service that you have to give. And if you don't bring your idea out here, when you die, all of us will suffer because we've been deprived of your genius.
You've got to grow and become that fella that you can please. Never mind all the rest. For it's with you that you must clear up things at the very end. It's that test in front of that mirror that you must pass. If you can tell the truth there, if you can be honest, you will find out that there is more to you in every difficult task, and that the guy in the glass can become your friend.
The reason most people fail is because they give up what they want most for what they want now.
You enough. If you never get married, you enough. If you never pass that law degree, you enough. If you never become a doctor, you enough. If you never get married, you enough. If you never have a child, you are enough like you are. And that's why God created you. You are enough.
Dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. So have dreams, but have goals. Life goals, yearly goals, monthly goals, daily goals. In order to achieve your goals, you must apply discipline and consistency. You have to work at it every day. You have to plan every day. Hard work works.
Fear is not real. The only place that fear can exist is in our thoughts of the future. It is a product of our imagination, causing us to fear things that do not at present and may not ever exist. But do not misunderstand me. Danger is very real. But fear is a choice. We are all telling ourselves a story.
Stop negotiating on the things that you know are right for your life. Stop negotiating on the things that you know progress your life. Period. Fitness, stop negotiating on it. Creativity, stop negotiating on it. Your dreams, your vision, stop negotiating on it. Stop negotiating. Stop negotiating, because when you negotiate, you freaking live a life that you don't want to live. It's hard. I understand that. But you know what's harder? Living a life that you weren't meant to live. What's hard is living in a place that is miserable for the rest of your life. That's hard. Yes, change is hard, but staying the same is hard.
If you can learn to love you, you will learn to love the life that you are living. You will love the journey that you are on. You will understand that every hardship you've endured, every bad moment you've experienced has been developing the man in that mirror. And then you can look and you can say that with an absolute plus, that you've had a wonderful day, you've become a wonderful guy, and that everyone that has joined you on this bus called life has met the most authentic and genuine person.
There's so many times in life you don't want to be doing what the you're doing. You can't quit. Remember this, this isn't a hobby, it's in a joke, it's a fucking lifestyle. So what you say to yourself is important. Fucking coach, there's no trainer to keep you going, it's only you.
Stop telling your visions to other people, because they're not going to see it. Why you think you keep imagining opening a business? Why you keep imagining graduating, getting a better job? Why do you keep imagining buying a house? Why do you keep imagining getting rich one day? Why do you keep imagining that? Because God is talking to you. He's showing you something that He has for you.
Turn your wounds into wisdom. Failure is really God's way of saying, excuse me, you're moving in the wrong direction.
I look in the mirror and I say, my tank is not empty, and I'm going to make sure that when I leave Earth, the man in the mirror won't be embarrassed of me. The ghost of fear. The ghost of fear is someone you have to exercise out of your life and out of your mind. The ghost of fear is the fear of being poor. The fear of falling back and becoming what you came from. The ghost of fear can be ill health, or the idea that somehow, because sickness has run in the family, it's coming your way. The ghost of fear can become so crippling that it stops you from chasing down things. Or it makes you feel like you can't handle things. You see, the ghost of fear can be that of criticism, the people that have said things about you, and you're worried about what they said behind your back or what they will say if you do leave. It can keep you from going after your goals because you're so concerned about what someone else has told about you. If you can lose the idea that you need their validation, you will discover that you needed haters.
It's January 1, 2023. Get you out of bed and make your life a priority, starting now.
New year, new you. You hear that a lot. But it's not actually true. It's not actually true. You got what you got. And you've got to take what you got and you've got to make it into what you want. You've got to build what you want. So, new year, reset your brain, reset your habits, reset your life. 2023. Let's go get some.
You are not where you want to be in your personal life. You are not the person you want to be, and it's not going to take you 20 shots. For some of you, it's one more shot. For some of you, it's two more shots, and you have not given yourself enough credit to say, I just need to get up a half hour earlier, and my whole life will change. I just need to get up 1 hour early. I just need to work 1 hour longer. I need to stop hitting that snooze button. If you were to make that one change, that one sacrifice, you would stop dreaming and start living it.
Stay focused. Don't listen to nobody. What's on your mind, just do it. Because what's destined for you, you're going to get it.
Listen, we all get exactly the same amount of time. Exactly. Now here's something interesting. The sand in the bottom of the glass represents the past. The sand in the top of the glass represents the future. This is the way it actually is. You have no idea what's in the top of the glass. You only know what's in the bottom of the glass. The only thing we've got anything to do with is what's right here in the center right now. Everything else is an illusion, it's a myth, it's God.
People want to know how to stop laziness. They want to know how to stop procrastination. They have an idea in their head, maybe even a vision, but they don't know where to start. So they ask and they say, where do I start? When is the best time to start? And I have a simple answer. Here and now. That's it.
You see, everything that you face must face you. Face this version of you. So lose the fear of being poor, because poor of spirit is far worse than being bankrupt. If you lose everything, you will still have your skill set, you'll still have your talents. If your health goes bad, if you can look up, you can get up. You can believe that there is nothing that can wipe you out except God. And since God is with you and for you, you will not lose.
No one's gonna do anything for you. Nobody owes you anything, but you owe other people everything. That's what a leader does. You take responsibility. You know exactly right now what you're not doing. You know exactly what you're afraid of. You know exactly what you've been avoiding. And you gotta make a decision to change it. You know exactly what it is. Don't BS anybody. You know what you need to do different. You know the changes you need to make. And if you can do that and stop kidding yourself, you can win. You can overcome your fear, overcome procrastination.
You've got to develop a sense of urgency. Aurelia said, stop living your life like you have 1,000 years to live. In life, you either here today and you're gone today. If there's something that you want to do and you can't do it all at one time, do just a little bit of it.
If you're struggling right now and you're having a hard time and you're frustrated, this is necessary for you to get where you want to go. And if you quit, if you falter, if you stop, all the pain will be for nothing. And you need to remember that.
So stop thinking about it. Stop dreaming about it. Stop researching every aspect of it and reading all about it and debating the pros and cons of it. Start doing it. Take that first step and make it happen. Get after it. Here and now.
And criticism, let them talk. You'll find they will never talk about you if it wasn't for the fact that you already passed them.